Hello, I am back again. Didn't fill up my water. Oh well. All right, so we're back at it again with making the characters because I am on these character brain rot right now. Uh, in my Discord, I had talked a lot about what we're gonna do with Logan's character, but before we can actually officially start on Logan's character, I do want to finish on Patton's character, which means that we need to finish Patton's backstory first. But before we even start with that, I want to start by talking about some things I didn't get to talk about last stream because I was doing that stream in a rush. Um, I will say, dinner took 4 hours. I swear, it took us like 3 hours to finally start eating, and then, um, and then I got a little nauseous at the end, probably because I stuffed my face full of food after not eating for 2 days. Uh, so my body was like, "What the heck are you doing?" So that was not a smart move on my part. I didn't throw up or anything, so we were good. Um, I left the restaurant early to go get some fresh air and sit in the car, and by the time we were finally going home, I was okay again. Um, but also, last Friday, I drove in the dark by myself for the very first time, which, for any new driver, that's a little scary. And, but, oh no, no, none other was it the first time I drove at night by myself. It was the first time I drove at night in downpour rain. And let me tell you, I couldn't see jack shit. I couldn't see where I was going. I don't know where the road was. I didn't know where anything was. I was like, I've lived in this same area my entire life and I have no idea where I am or where I'm going. I could be in Kansas for all I know. Um I had a GPS, so I was following the GPS to the best of my abilities while also trying to stay on the road and not hit anyone. I succeeded in that goal, so yay me. But it was pretty scary. I was just like, what the heck is happening? What am I doing? What is happening? So, um, I made it to my destination, had a fun old time, and I will say on the way back home, it had stopped raining at that point. So I could actually see where I was, and I was just like, oh, I now know these roads. I've seen these roads before. I know where I am. Like, my God, I could not tell where I was when it was raining. Um, but on the way back home, I almost got in a head-on collision. That that was not fun. I was at a T section, and I was at a stop sign, and this car came out of nowhere, just speeding down the road. It's like midnight. And while I was trying to pull out to go left, and he just whipped around me, like in front of me. He just whipped around in front of me. Didn't even slow down. I was like, "What the heck?" That was really scary. And I think it was my fault because I don't think I like double looked because by the time I looked to see that this guy was just zooming at me, I think I can't remember now because it's been a couple of days, but I think I hit the brake and then also kind of try to shimmy my way out of his way, and he just went in front of me, and just kept on going. I was just like, that could have ended really badly. Luckily, it didn't, but it could have, but it didn't. So, uh, that's my driving update. Besides that, I'm a pretty good driver. As long as I remember to do all the rules. But yeah, so let's go ahead and switch over. Let's do a recap. Let's recap uh what we have so far. Patton, our character is Humphrey Paxton Patton. Uh he is a 8 8'1" tall furbog with grayish blue skin, brown eyes, and dark red hair. His hair goes down to his mid back, some of it is tied back in a braid. He has a short beard and wears glasses made out of walnut wood. After his encounter in the Feywild, Patton now has a lion tail. He wears a dull brown robes and sandals. He also likes to wear a laurel. Patton is known as a cinnamon roll. He's sweet, caring, and loyal. Patton will protect the things he cares about, even if it means sacrificing himself. Patton is a pacifist at heart, only killing when it's absolutely necessary. He loves animals and makes dad jokes. Patton's favorite animal is cats, even though he's highly allergic to them. It never stops him from wanting to attempt to pet one when he sees it. Patton believes there's good in everyone, and they deserve a second chance. He's a very patient, understanding type of guy. Patton is a wanderer. He easily gets distracted by literally anything. Though because of this, he does catch on to even the slightest movement around him. He still isn't used to his tail and tends to swing it around hazardly, smacking into other things. One time, he smacked it against a tree so hard that he broke his tail. Another time, he accidentally hit a person in the butt with it and they thought he was flirting with them. Patton is terrified of spiders. Depending on the size, he will either run away, screaming, or turn into a bear and smash the spider into bits. Also, because he is a wanderer, he tends to lose sight of his party and get lost. Luckily, he always finds his way back, but the others do find it annoying to have to keep an eye on him. How do you lose a guy that tall? Oh, because Patton seems to sees the good in everyone, he is easily tricked by people. It also doesn't help that Patton is incapable of lying. It's not that he can't physically lie, he's just really bad at it. Some of Patton's friends are Thomas Thomason, a flea that hangs around Patton for when he casts his infestation. He lives in Patton's hair. Rula, a non-binary Feywild visitor that we will have to flesh out some more later. Uh, Puritha Balfa, a female monk goblin that's that makes drinks, and Exivar Starstrong, a a male high elf bard priest that we don't know too much about either. So far for his backstory, um, we have that Humphrey Patton is a furbog who was raised by a single father with 8 siblings, though I am going to make an argument that we lower the amount of siblings. In a mansion, he had a peaceful childhood. Growing up, Humphrey loved animals and learned how to better communicate with them and gained the ability to turn into animals and control nature itself. Humphrey's mother disappeared one night when he was 20 years old. No one knows what happened to her. Some say that she was taken to the Feywild. In her absence, her wealth went to her husband, which kept the Humphrey family well for the next 18 years. During that time, Humphrey met a goblin brewer named Priva Blaffa. The two hit it off, and Humphrey enjoys her visits to his village and trying any new drink she comes up with. Uh, and then also he spent a lot of time in the Feywild after accidentally wandering into it, which we'll also have to expand more on. Once he got out of the Feywild, Patton wanders around looking for a purpose in life. When that's when he meets Roman and Logan, uh, who were looking for the king, Roman's dad. So Patton decides to stick with them and help them out. That part's also going to change now that we've better fleshed out what's going to be happen to Logan. They're Roman and Patton are actually going to stumble upon Logan. So instead, we'll just take off the Logan part. He meets Roman, who's looking for the king, Roman's dad. So Patton decides to stick with him and help them out. So that is what we've gathered so far. Um, Currently, we rolled that Patton had 8 siblings. I think that's just way too many siblings. It's too many people to try to keep track of. So I want to lower that amount. Also, because Patton is supposed to have basically grown up without his mother, and that's hard to do if she had a bunch of kids. So I want to lower the amount of children. I want to cut it by half. I think having 4 siblings is an okay amount. So I'm gonna look at these and see which ones I want to uh cut off. We have a hunter, a priest, an academic, a farmer, another priest, a merchant, a herder, and a soldier. I'm thinking we can get rid of one of these priests. Uh, let's get rid of this one. And we base farmer and herder were the same one, so I think we can get rid of this one. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Okay. Now we're down to 6. I want to keep this one. I think this one's going to be important. I think him having a sibling that is missing could be very important for like Patton's story. So I want to keep him. Then we have a hunter, a priest, the farmer, the merchant, and the soldier. I think I want to take off the soldier because furbolgs aren't typically fighters, and so it doesn't make sense in my head. So I'm okay with chopping off the soldier. Now we need to get rid of one more. The hunter. I can see like a hunter because that's just kind of like a survivalist. So I'm okay with that. The priest, I'm not loving it. The farmer also makes a lot of sense, and then the merchant. The merchant, I think, is not necessary. So we're gonna take that off. So there's now 5 children because Patton's one of them, and he has 4 siblings. He has 2 older siblings and 2 younger siblings, which kind of puts Patton in the middle, which I kind of find. I think I'm okay with that. I think that's fine. Okay, so he was raised by a single father with 4 siblings in a mansion. Uh, we still need to um, we still need to name these guys, which I need to remember how naming furbolgs works. Names for furbolgs. Uh, Furbolgs don't really use names. The concept is particular to them. They will take elven names when dealing with outsiders, however, and they'll also use nicknames that they might have given by others. Everything else in their life is usually referred to by their actions. Okay, so this generator gives us elven names. So I think we are in a situation where we can give them some very silly names. We have a hunter, so um let's name him Sniffer, cuz maybe the idea that he kind of like sniffs out, or or Tracker. We could also do like Tracker. The priest. That's gonna be hard. I don't know what to. Okay, the academic. Um, academic. What would be like a nickname you would give an academic? Hmm. Hmm. Um. Scholar. Yeah, but if I don't know. I don't want to call him Scholar. That's a weird name. I mean, all of these names are kind of weird, but there's a difference between having a weird name that's cool and a weird name that's dumb. And I think calling him Scholar isn't cool enough. Um, You might as well just call him teacher. Uh, I keep thinking about bookworm, but bookworm also sounds dumb. We'll come back to that. And then the farmer. Why would we name a farmer? Uh, hmm. None of these names make sense to me. These aren't nonsense names. So that doesn't help. I think I'm fine with naming the hunter tracker. Educationalness, that's I don't like that one. Uh Sophist? I don't know what a sophist is. Preceptor? No, and professor is a title. Mm. Just name him academic. Um I don't know. Let's call him Ace. We'll call him Ace. I don't know these words that you're saying to me. I don't know what half of those words are. Okay, for the farmer, um, uh, Mulch. His name is Mulch. Mul Mulch. How you spell mulch? Is that how you spell mulch? Did I get it right? Mulch. It looks like that would be how you spell mulch. Good enough. For the priest. Um, what do we name the priest? We're gonna name we're gonna name the priest Beef. It's kind of like short for believe, and also maybe Beef just also really likes beef, and so they call them Beef. Which does remind me, we now have to decide what are actually their genders. So we're gonna do a coin flip, and heads is male. Heads. Okay. So tracker is a male. Beef is a girl. Ace is also a girl. And Mulch is a man. Alright. Okay. We also have to figure out exactly how old all of these people are. We know that they're either older than 74 or they're younger than 74. So we're gonna go to our dice roller and I'm gonna put 74, actually we'll put 73 into the side. Okay, I don't think any of them's gonna be a newborn baby. 61. That's a acceptable one. So the priest is 60, was it 61 or 64? 61. Okay. And then we got another 60. Okay. Now, the other ones are going to be a little bit harder. I We're going to generate number generator. We're going to put the minimum at 75 and then we're going to put the maximum at, I don't know, 100. 98. So a hunter is 98 years old. And then the farmer, mulch is 93 years old. Okay. So that means if I pull out my calculator, Tracker is 24 years older than Patton. Um, Mulch is 19 years old. 19 years, um, 90, 19 years older than Patton. And he's, Patton is 13 years older than, he's 13 years older than Beef. And then 14 years older than Ace. So Patton needs to be at least 14 years old before he lost his mother, for the mother to have made all of these children before she disappeared. So saying that she lost him when Patton was 20 still works. Okay. I just want to make sure that math worked out. So let's go ahead and let's add the family. So we have Tracker, a true neutral, Hunter, Patton's oldest sibling, Then we have mulch, the true neutral farmer, Pat Patton's second oldest sibling. Then we have Beef, the neutral good priest of what's their god? Priest of however you say that. Patton's fourth, fourth oldest because Patton's the third oldest sibling. And then we have Ace, who is the true neutral academic Patton's youngest sibling. Also, they probably have a dad. The dad's probably actually still alive. So how old is the dad? For the dad, let's put him at the range of 300 to 500. 365. Dang. Alright. Father at 365 years old. He's probably, let's just go say he's a neutral
I
good.
forgot to drink water.
I forgot to refill my water bottle. He's a troll neutral. Obviously friendly to his son. Let's go ahead. Um, let's see what his status is. 10 is alive and well. Alive and well. His occupation. What does Daddy-O do? 20. He is a guild member. Real quick, I'll keep that up. Let's check the guild members list. I don't believe that is a command. There you go. Okay, the guild arson. A d20. 7. A cobbler or a shoemaker? Sure, he could be a shoemaker. I think cobbler just means shoemaker anyway. A shoemaker. Okay, and he needs a name. Oh, you know what? What's the sole? The sole of a shoe. How do you How do you spell that? Is it like that? Is that how you spell soul? When you're talking about the shoe, is that what you call it? Is that how you spell it? The sole of the shoe? Or is it like soul? Or is it like soul? I don't remember which one it is. I guess I could also look it up. Google, what is the sole of the shoe? Okay. I was close. It's Sole. His name is Soul. You're talking about the high of the shoe? No, I'm talking about the bottom of the shoe. So it's that. That's what it is. Okay. All right. So we have Soul, the neutral good, the neutral good shoemaker, Patton's father. Now the mother, because he did have a mother. Um, let's roll. Let's. Well, we already know that she's missing. Yeah, we already know that she's missing. So the mother, um, we'll do the number generation again. Mm, uh, that's like 100. I'm gonna roll again. 356. Okay, 356 years old. Neutral good, friendly, missing, occupation, what did she do? What did you do? 44. She was a farmer. A farmer. And her name. Shoot. Uh. Politician. I don't think so. No, she's not a politician. Hunter. Sure. We'll go with Hunter. I can come up with better hunter names than I can farmer names. Okay, so one of them was named Tracker, and she. What is her name? Her name is Archie because she was an archer. So we have Archie, the neutral good hunter, Patton's mother. And I think I like the idea of that she went missing into the Feywild. Missing in the Feywild. I think I want to make that canon. I think she got lost in the Feywild, and the reason why Patton went to the Feywild was that he was looking for his mother, and that he never found her, but never like got confirmation that she was dead either. They just he just couldn't find her. Um. So yeah, but okay, so that's his family done. These are his these are his friends. Um. I should actually see how old the goblin and the high elf are. Let me let me see how old. Oh my, there we go. Let's see how old those races get to be. I know elves live for a crazy amount of time, so I'm not too worried about their ages. Front page. Let's start with the elves. An elf typically claims adulthood and an adult name around the age of 100 and can live for 750 years. So let's go to our number generator, put in 100 and then 750. 497 years old. Okay, so 479 years old. Is that the number I got? No, 97. Okay, and for goblins? Oh wow. Goblins reach adulthood at age 8 and live up to 60 years. Oh boy. Uh, I don't know if our goblin friend is gonna be still alive. Um, yeah, no, he's not gonna be alive. Dead by old age. Rip, rip the goblin. Because of story shenanigans, Patton's gonna completely outlive, um, the goblin. Okay. So where were we? I'm gonna hit the save button real quick. Okay. So where were we in the life events? Um, I was affected by teleportation magic, which sent me to the Feywild. how old was Patton when he got sent to the Feywild? He lost his mother when he was 20, and remind me again, furbolgs become adults when they're 30. So I want him to be at least an adult. So I want to say 35. We're gonna go with 35. Oh, wait. No. No, that's fine. Wait, hold on. 74 minus 35. That would mean that Patton would have spent 39 years in the Feywild. I guess that is the question I answer first. How long do I want Patton to be in the Feywild for? How much time did he spend in the Feywild? I want it to be a long time. 39 years is a long time. Was it too long? Let's say 20. So that'd be 74 minus 20, which means that when he was 54 years old, Patton got sent to the Feywild. Okay, I can live with that. When when Humphrey was 54 years old, um he was magically teleported to the Feywild. While he was searching for his lost mother. Now we have to figure out what happened during the Feywild. While in the Feywild, not Patton, sorry, still Humphrey met a pixie named, uh, what was her name again? Rula. Named Rula. Um, let's look up some information about pixies. I don't think pixies is a race I can play as. So I might just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Let's go to Google. Pixie D&D 5e. Okay, so that's just a stat block. Okay, that doesn't tell me enough information about pixies. Um, Pixies represent tiny elves, which reports place them in a variance of 2.5 feet to be little as 1 foot. Okay, this is a good site. Looks like pixies are typically neutral good, um, fey creatures. Not to say that there can't be evil pixies. Um, Pixies are mischievous spirits that enjoy playing pranks on people. Such pranks include leading travelers astray and tricking misers into parting with their wealth. Pixies have a number of neat magical abilities, such as being naturally invisible. At will, they could replicate the spells Polymorph, Self, No Alignment, Dispel Magic, Dancing Lights, and ESP, whatever that is. Once per turn, they can turn invisible for as long as they desire, cause confusion at touch, and create an illusion with both visual and audible components. These illusions will remain until the spell. Some pixies could replicate the spell Oto's Observer Dance once a day. Um, in combat, pixies will appropriately size swords and bows. Their arrows were sometimes drugged with a poison that caused complete memory loss. Pixie villages each had different clans and families in the communities are loyal and very important pixies. Although pixies carry no treasure with them, they were known to have tiny hoards in their homes in order to impress visitors. Active during the nighttime, herbivores. Mm, the pixie stole the secret to honey and gave it to the bees. That's funny. Welcome! Welcome, PSM. I love that little emote. Is that your emote or is that an emote from another streamer? It's very cute. Okay, so it's an emote from Catchy Cantrips. Interesting. It's very cute. What is it? Is it like a seed? Is it a little seed? Yeah, it's another streamer. Welcome. So let me get you up to speed about what we're doing. A potato? Is it a potato? I'm just roaming around Twitch while I do character stuff. I'm also doing character stuff. uh, let me let me show you what we have. Um we have Humphrey Paxton, also known as Patton, who is a Circle of the Shepherd druid, and he is a eight eight one tall 8 1 foot tall furbog with grayish blue skin, brown eyes, and dark red hair. His hair goes down the middle of his back and some of it's tied up into a braid. He also has a short beard and wears glasses made out of walnut wood. After his encounter in the Feywild, Patton now has a lion tail. He wears dull brown robes and sandals. He also likes to wear a lora. Uh, Patton is known as a cinnamon roll. He's sweet, caring, and loyal. Patton will protect the things he cares about, even if it means sacrificing himself. Patton is a pacifist at heart, only killing when it's absolutely necessary. He loves animals and making dad jokes. Patton's favorite animal is cats, even though he's highly allergic to them. It never stops him from wanting to attempt to pet one when he sees it. Patton believes there's good in everyone and deserves a second chance. He's a very patient, understanding type of guy. Patton is a wanderer. He easily gets distracted by literally anything, though because of this, he does catch onto even the slightest movement around him. Patton still isn't used to his tail and tends to swing it around hazardly, smacking into other things. One time, he smacked it against a tree so hard he broke his tail. Another time, he accidentally hit someone in the butt with it, and they thought they were flirting with him. Patton is terrified of spiders. Depending on the size, he will either run away screaming or turn into a bear and smash the spider into bits. Also, because he is a wanderer, he tends to lose sight of the party and get lost. Luckily, he always finds his way back, but the others find it annoying to have to keep an eye on him. How do you lose a guy that tall? Because Patton sees the good in everyone, he's easily tricked by people. It also doesn't help that Patton is incapable of lying. It's not that he can't physically lie, he's just really bad at it. Um, And then we've been working on his backstory, which is so far we have that Humphrey Paxton is a furball who is raised by a single father with four siblings in a mansion. He had a peaceful childhood. Growing up, Humphrey loved animals and learned how to better communicate with them and gained the ability to into animals and control nature itself. Humphrey's mother disappeared one night when he was 20 years old. No one knows what happened to her. Some say she was taken to the Feywild, which I spelled incorrectly. In her absence, her wealth went to her husband, which kept Humphrey's family well for the next 18 years. During that time, Humphrey met a goblin brewer named Profita Blaffa. The two hit it off, and Humphrey enjoys her visits to his village and trying any new drink she comes up with. When Humphrey was 54 years old, he magically teleported to the Feywild while he was searching for his lost mother. While in the Feywild, Humphrey met a pixie named Rula, and that is as far as we've gotten so far. Patton spends 20 years in the Feywild, so we have 20 years of things to do with him. Um, and I've hit a little bit I've hit into a little bit of a complication with my stream. Apparently, we're having a family dinner, and I've been tasked for making the gravy. So the stream has to be put on hold. I'll come back after dinner, but that's probably going to be like an hour and a half later, so I'm going to have to end stream because I don't want it running for that long. I told my mother, I was like, I'm gonna go stream. Literally an hour later, we're having dinner apparently. So we're gonna do a double stream. I feel so bad, PCM. Even if you're like just having something in the background, because I would have loved to be able to talk about D&D with you, because I love talking about D&D, and I would be very interested to know about the character you're making as well. But it looks like we're gonna have to put that conversation on hold. Um, but if you want, you uh, I have a Discord server that you can join. You could just let the stream run it and let us in chat take control. You, you guys really want me to have just the the stream running for like an hour with me not being here? I hear crying puppies. They're fine. They're fine. They're not in danger of anything. But uh PCM, if you are still here, I have a Discord server that you can join, which is the best way to get updated whenever I'm streaming. We also have movie nights. We have monthly movie nights that I host on the Discord. And if you have any characters you want to share or just want to chat with the other uh the other members of my community, then by all means, um, stop on by. I would love to hear about uh what your favorite like class is or what your favorite character is and things like that. But are we am I just leaving this up for an hour? I mean, I can put on the be right back um screen so we can have clips playing in the background if you guys so wish, or I can just end the stream and then start a new stream when I get back. You were joking? Listen, I'm too gullible. I'm too gullible. You just say things. I'm just like, "Oh, okay, you mean these." You forgot to put slash JK after your message to tell me that you were just joking. Just joke. Just just joking. That would be JJ. That would be slash JJ. Why is it JK? Oh, for kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Just joking. JJ. All right. I'm back. What I miss? Oh, you missed the whole conversation. Okay. Um, welcome back. So we have a little bit of a hiccup. Apparently my family's making dinner right now. So I have to end stream to go eat dinner, but I am going to come back to finish this stream. I don't work tomorrow. I can stay up until 1 in the morning if I so wish. So I was offering you to join my Discord server to be able for you to just like talk with the other chatters, share the character because I was really interested to see what character you were making. Um and I host movie nights. So you can uh join in movie nights. This I believe we're watching Nightmare Before Christmas and some other movie that I can't think of, the Coraline, I think maybe. I can't remember the choices right now. But yeah, there's the link to the Discord if you want to join that. I will be back, I don't know, maybe in 2 hours, something like that. And we're going to continue making Patton. We're finishing Patton tonight, I swear to God. I gotta finish Patton so I can get to Logan.
A new follower.
Yay! Welcome.
PCM underscore 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 followed your channel.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I am so sorry that I had to cut this short. I didn't realize we were having dinner so soon, or else I would have waited. But it is what it is. I'll be back later tonight to finish Patton, hopefully start Logan. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I have to walk my broken foot ass down the stairs and make gravy. Um, so I'll see you guys soon. Bye.